Hi everyone! So second video review for this week is for Call to Me by Helena Harte. If you want to check out my Goodreads review, I did just post that the other day. So if you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description below, and if you're on Facebook or on my blog, then there is a link within the post. And this is the video review, so I'm super excited. This was a debut from Helena, and it was very sweet. It's basically the story where Ash meets Evie and they have a potential for a relationship because they're really attracted to one another. But Evie, she's kind of hesitant to get involved with someone as young as Ash. She's a single mother, and she's much older. So she's wary that Ash still has her life ahead of her, and that she won't be able to offer her a level of commitment that she's looking for with someone. So she has to put her son first. But it's kind of like a twist of fate that brings them back together, and it's sort of down to Evie whether she will dare to take a chance on Ash and find happiness that she really wants, that they all want, but mostly that she deserves and wants. So like I say, this was such a good debut novel. It had angst, it had drama, it had cute moments, it had everything you expect in a typical romance, and then they were nicely teamed with some quite hot and steamy and flirty moments just to add to all the tension, and then this wonderful chemistry that Ash and Evie just seemed to have straight away, and it really was straight away. But I adored how cute the story was. It was really sweet, and everything that made up this plot just added sort of to how wonderful it was. So you had like amazing characters, and then you had Evie's son just totally stealing the show. He was little drama queen from the very start, and I loved him very much. He was a great character. Sometimes you get kids and you think, but when you get great little kids like this in stories, they really can make the story, and they are very much a central part of it. And Evie's son Izad really is a central part of this story. He's really vital in engineering whether they'll be happy or not, because obviously he's the deciding factor. So it was quite emotional when you think of everything that Evie has to consider. You really got to see her quite intimately consider everything from, is this the right thing to do for me? Is this the right thing to do for my son? Is this the right thing for Ash? She was really considering everyone in her decisions, and it really showed how difficult it can be to find your own happiness when you have someone else like a child that you have to consider in that decision. You can't just go making people parts of their lives and then finding they disappear and all these things. You have to consider their feelings and how it's going to affect them, and Evie was really good in doing that. She didn't just jump into anything, she considered everything, and she was very cautious in deciding what she was going to do. But Helena really covered this issue. She really highlighted the importance of considering children in relationship decisions, and putting them first, because you're their mother or their father and you have to put them first, which is what she was really highlighting here. And she also cleverly included that not everything as it seems. See the age gap between Ash and Evie. Evie made a lot of assumptions about Ash, and in doing so she primarily affected what their relationship was with Ash at every stage. So that relationship building was affected by Evie's assumptions, that development was affected by Evie's assumptions, everything. She did a lot of assuming, and she didn't always get it right. So I loved that as well, because it really built in that tension and drama, because you didn't know how they were going to react when it all came together, and when they started to sort of discuss those thoughts and feelings, you didn't know whether there was going to be a massive argument or whether there was going to be understanding. And so it was a really delicate balance, and Helena really included everything in there. So it was really good age gap romance, but with that little bit extra of considering a child. I really liked that in there. It was something a little bit different that you don't usually see in the age gap romances, because the children are usually a lot older or they don't have them. So it was really nice to have sort of a younger, it's not even a young, or even that, having said that, in most age gaps, yeah, sometimes it's a really young child. Izad's not, he's in that transition period between cute child and moody teenager, and so there is a lot for Evie to consider, and I loved that. It was really something unique about that dynamic and situation that made this really special. So I'm excited to see what Helena brings next. I think she'll bring us some great stories. And this was such a sweet and lovely romance that I would definitely recommend it, and I do hope we'll see Ash and Evie again in future. And I really would say give it a go. It's a lovely debut novel, really strong, and if you love age gap, you're going to love it anyway, aren't you? Because age gaps are great, and it's a different type of age gap to those that we're used to. So I really liked that about it, something different. So I'll pop a link in the description so that you can keep up with when the book is out, because I'm sure it's out soon, and you can follow the progress and grab yourselves a copy. If you've read Call to Me by Helena Harte, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Please comment below, get involved, let us know. And if you haven't read it yet, but it's on your to be read list, you're planning to read it, or you're now really interested in reading it, again, it would be great to hear from you, because it's always great to hear what you're interested in reading. And if you do read it, I hope you enjoy it. Bye!